Hello students, today we are going to discuss a small topic of the chapter Magnetism and Matter. The name of the topic is Magnetism and Gauss's Law. You studied Gauss's Law in electrostatics. You know the statement of Gauss's Law, the total normal electric flux through a closed surface linked with electric field is 1 by epsilon 0 times the total charge enclosed by the closed surface. That is studied. Here, let us see what is the change in Gauss's law in magnetism. That's our topic. Okay. So, you consider magnetic field lines. These are represented by uniform magnetic field, and you consider a small closed surface, and ds is a small area. Then, what is the magnetic flux linked with that small area in the magnetic field? It is linked with the closed surface in the magnetic field. You know the magnetic flux d phi b. Phi is magnetic flux. Phi b means magnetic flux is equal to b dot ds. Okay. Then what will be the total magnetic flux linked with a closed surface in a magnetic field? First we are considering a small area ds, then the total surface. If you consider the total surface, the total magnetic flux phi b is equal to closed integral b dot ds. Gauss's law in magnetism states that this is equal to 0 always. So that is the statement of Gauss's law in magnetism. The total magnetic flux linked with a closed surface in magnetic field is 0. That is the statement of Gauss's law in magnetism. This is unlike the Gauss's law in electrostatics, which we know closed integral E dot ds is equal to q by epsilon 0. Here there is an RHS, q by epsilon 0, 1 by epsilon 0, the total charge enclosed by the surface. But here the RHS is 0. So that is the difference between Gauss's law in electrostatics and magnetism. Then what is the implication of this Gauss's law in magnetism? If you consider a magnetic dipole in a closed surface, magnetic dipole means the south and north pole. You consider a bar magnet like this, the magnetic field lines will start from north pole and they will reach a south pole. So എത്ര ലൈൻസ് ആണ് ഇവിടെ നോർത്തിൽ നിന്ന് പോകുന്നത്, അത്രയും ലൈൻസ് അവിടെ എത്തും സൗത്തിൽ എത്തുകയും ചെയ്യും. That means the number of lines entering, number of magnetic field lines entering is equal to number of magnetic field lines leaving, number of magnetic field lines leaving. Or in another way we can say that if you take a bar magnet, you cannot separate the north and south pole of a bar magnet individually. For example, suppose if you this is south pole, this is north pole. If you cut this into two bar magnets, then again this will be north and this will be south. Okay. If you cut it again, there will be a south pole and a north pole. That means you cannot separate the north pole or south pole of a bar magnet. Or you can say in another way, monopole do not exist in magnetism. Monopole do not exist. So that is the implication of Gauss's law in magnetism. So the statement is that the total or the magnetic flux linked with a closed surface in a magnetic field is 0. This is not only like Gauss's law in electrostatics, which states that closed integral E dot d is equal to q by epsilon 0. And but the implication is that the magnetic monopole is not existing. Or we can say that the basic element of magnetism is the magnetic dipole or a current carrying element or a current carrying loop. If you take a current carrying loop, then one end will act as one phase will act as a north and one phase will act as a south. So a small current loop or a magnetic dipole, that is the basic element of magnetism. Now let us see the analogy between electric and magnetic dipoles. you see the table. There are certain quantities like free space constant, dipole, etc. And second column electrostatics, and third one magnetism. So let us write the corresponding quantities related to electrostatics and magnetism. The first physical quantity is free space constant. In electrostatics, the quantity is 1 by epsilon naught. What is epsilon naught? Epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. And the corresponding quantity in magnetism is mu naught, permeability of free space. Okay. Dipole moment is denoted by the letter, electric dipole moment is denoted by the letter P. And the corresponding magnetic dipole moment is denoted by the letter M. Axial field, if you take an electric dipole, the expression for electric field is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2 p by r cube. 2p by r cube. The corresponding expression in magnetism is mu naught by 4 pi 2 m divided by r cube. That we discussed in previous classes. And equatorial field, if you take a point along the equatorial line, then the expression become 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 p by r cube with a minus sign. This minus sign indicates, the electric dipole moment and the electric field direction are in opposite. That is why we are putting a minus sign. Here also minus mu naught by 4 pi m divided by r cube. The similar expression. And the torque in external field. If you take an electric dipole, in electric field, the expression tau is equal to P cross E. That is expression for torque. You take the corresponding expression in magnetism, it is M cross D, because P is replaced by M. And the potential energy in electric field is U is equal to minus P dot E, dot product of electric dipole moment and electric field. And the similar one in magnetism is minus M dot B. So these are the analogies between physical, electrostatic and magnetism related to different physical quantities like free space constant, dipole moment, axial field, equatorial field, and torque in external field, and potential energy in external field. Okay. Now I am concluding this section, and in the next class let us discuss about the topic Earth's magnetism. That's a very important topic. So once again I am reminding you to fall in love with physics. You understand the concepts of physics very well. So let us see again. Thank you.